welcome back to another Your Recipe and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. And of course this Smackdown kind of comes with all of the fallout to Crown Jewel, as well as looking ahead to Survivor Series, which is not long away at all now. So yeah, we've got all the build for that as well. And yeah, we started things off with a big match. After some talking, we had Carlito taking on the Bobby Lashley, but before that, Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde and Del Toro and Vega opened the show. Carlito interrupted the Master of the 619 to blame Escobar rather than Paul for the loss. This is exactly what I was saying. Escobar headed to the back, followed by Mysterio and Vega, leaving just Del Toro and Wilde to back up against Caribbean Cole against Lashley and the Profits. Carlito fell to a spear. After the match, Lashley and the Profits attacked Carlito. The Master of the 619 did not make the save as Escobar tried to help Carlito. Mysterio and Escobar brawled and the Formula Legado stood tall. This was a jam-packed segment and an okay match. Carlito's return match was too slow and could have been worked at a better pace. Lashley was at least the right man to win, remaining protected. None of it mattered though, with the LWO finally evolving. It started to end by Escobar embracing his best tendencies. He can now play in the Shadow Mysterio and a dangerous heel like he was in NXT. Carlito had felt superfluous in the LWA so far, but he stands out more feuding against Escobar. So on the whole, I thought this all worked really nicely. Very excited to see the future direction. It kind of did feel like a bit out of nowhere, but still, yeah, I thought it was really good. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what they do with the LWO now. It gets 7 out of 10 from me. Bailey then questioned why Io Sky had turned on her plan and brought in Kairi Sane. Sky and Dakota Kai then felt that the Sky Pirate made damage control better. Same forgave the role model. Bianca Belair then arrived, followed by Charlotte Flair and Asuka, setting up a 6-woman tag match for later. Outside of Bailey, no one in the segment showed a great promo, and Asuka made the most impact without speaking a word of English. Sane and Sky might have benefited from speaking at least partly in Japanese. Sane and damage control makes sense, giving that group more credibility. It seems like the younger stars will turn against the veterans sooner rather than later. And yeah, I think that's a good way of building them up, perfectly acceptable way of building up, and yeah, I think that will be good when it happens. Before it's time for Dragon Lee versus Cedric Alexander. Lee had control of the action early, but Alexander refused to go down easily. It took a spinning sit-down Lucha DDT to get the win. This was entirely a spot fest, but a fun one at that. Alexander's high-impact offense was especially a joy to watch, and it'd been too long since fans had seen him at the best. The match was still abbreviated more than it needed to be. Both men had the potential to do more than just impressively look athletic. At the very least, they showed how smooth Dragon is, while reminding fans again that Alexander has serious untapped potential. So yeah, this gets 7 out of 10 from me. Like I say, really, really good stuff. And yeah, big win for Dragon Lee. He's really starting to build up momentum, but I think even in defeat, with Cedric showing what he can do in the ring, I don't think he'll be massively harmed with it either. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Before LA Knight was out next and promised he was not done with Roman Reigns until he won the championship. Grayson interrupted to mock the megastar, but Knight won the Battle of the Worlds. While the Aussie pushed Knight into the ring, he was still unable to put him away. He sealed his win with a BFT. Austin Theory and Waller poured water on Kevin Owens' head afterwards. Nick Aldis had told KO that he would get suspended if he got physically involved with the wrestlers, but still attacked, and both the heels hit the stunner to Theory. WWE made sure to keep Knight not throughout this segment. He still looks like a world beater and could easily challenge the head of the table again sooner rather than later. Waller was a capable foil to the $1 million megastar in a solid performance. While this performance could have been trimmed down a bit, the two worked well together and on the mic. KO ran a riot on commentary throughout this match to elevate his rivalry with the Aussie as well. So yeah, I thought that worked well, and obviously it all came to a head later in the night with Owens getting suspended for attacking Waller. So yeah, that continues that story. But yeah, I thought a fun match, continues multiple story. Good to know Knight still has some momentum. So yeah, good stuff, 7 out of 10. We then got Damage Control versus Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair and Asuka, and after an energetic showcase from Belair and Flair, Asuka turned on her partner. She misses EST and helped Damage Control blow in the faces until the referee DQ'd the group. Shotzi then tried to make the save but got laid out with a rose plant. Sign planted an insane elbow on Belair, and Damage Control stood tall as a 5-woman group. The main event never really became what it could have been, with all the talent involved, but it was all about the ending angle. While it was somewhat predictable that Asuka would turn on both faces given her history with Zayn and Sky, it was still a great moment. The Empress of Tomorrow makes a dangerous Damage Control look even more dangerous. Since Bailey and first became together with this stable, this group has never been as dominant as they need to be. The role model may not have been a place in the long term in this group, but she finally has a vision realised. The assemblishment of the stars could genuinely dominate the women's division, and if the plan becomes War Games, Damage Control, for me, yeah, I think they need to get the win. But yeah, this gets an 8 out of 10 for me. I like what they're doing in multiple angles. First of all, it's a good match, and then you had Asuka turning for me the right decision, setting up War Games, and yeah, Bailey storyline in there as well. The War Games match coming. Yeah, I just really enjoyed this segment. It gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Overall, Smackdown out of 10 gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, a really good episode of Smackdown for me. I thought, yeah, 7 out of 10. I thought pretty much all of it was really, really solid. the main event was brilliant. The Carlito LWA stuff worked really well for me. Some decent matches in there throughout as well. So yeah, really, really good stuff. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Next week's for daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.